Hello, I am Endlessness and welcome back to Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, and in this video I wanted to give you a guide for the Rude, Reno and Elena Crash battle in the Critical Threat event. The bosses are still the same in Crash, so we have Reno who is weak to ice but resistant to thunder, Elena who is weak to fire but resistant to ice, and lastly we have Rude who is resistant to fire but his only elemental weakness is wind. Also, Reno's and Elena's physical and magic attack can be decreased, while Rude is immune to that, but you can lower his defenses. Also, all three of those bosses, they use physical attacks. As for sigils, the X sigil is all you need for this battle. Yes, there will be a diamond sigil face, but you can easily break it with 3 ATB moves. However, in this Crash battle I would recommend bringing 2 sigils, one physical and one magic, because there will be 2 different sigil phases where once Rude will have a physical counter and on the second phase there will be a magic counter. I'll be using Cloud, Matt and Sephiroth for this battle, and my team has 353,000 power and recommended power for Crash battle is unknown. But similar to the EX3, Cloud will be my DPS, Matt will be my healer and buffer, and Sephiroth will be my non-elemental AoE DPS and debuffer. For Matt, I'm using the Gear Voucher costume, and I also have his new Limit Break Vanquishing X, but honestly I'm not sure if that's needed, so I think you could switch it for Gigantic Shield. I also have Centipede in the main weapon slot for the AoE heals, and also Centipede is amazing for this battle because it also increases physical defense of all allies at the same time. And then I have Bramble Spine in the secondary slot to increase Cloud's physical attack when he will start getting those debuffs. Then in sub-equipment slots I use Guard Stick to boost Matt's heals and also 2 HP weapons, Butterfly Edge because it gives the highest amount of HP points, and then I have 4-point Shuriken for HP and also because it has this buff debuff extension or ability. So for materia, I equipped him with a Curo materia for single target heals, and then I have 2 X sigils, 1 magic and 1 physical. So Matt has 10.1 HP and also 2.5 heal, as well as 220 physical defense. Then I have Cloud with his Ice Arcanum costume, Ice Swords, and I also use Shiva Summon. It's level 6 now, but I just upgraded and I had her at level 5 when I beat Crash. Then I also have Sky Splitter for fire damage on Elena, and in sub-equipment slots I am using Bold Eagle to increase physical attack as well as ice potency, Twinkling Star for HP and also because it increases physical ability potency just a little bit, and lastly I have Bandaged Sword, but only because it was my best option and I didn't have anything better. For materia, on Cloud I have 2 X sigils, 1 magic, 1 physical, and this last arrow on top is just a stat stick. So Cloud has 10.4 HP, 4.3 physical attack and 118 physical defense. Lastly, I have Sephiroth with his Magic Ability Mastery costume, and I also put Mega Flare in this Limit Break slot. I'll be using Kuja to decrease attack and Protector's Blade for AoE DPS, and in sub-equipment slots I am using Power Soul for HP and Sun Umbrella to boost magic attack. Also both of them boost magic ability potency. And lastly I have this personal style to boost HP, but also only because it's my best option and I didn't have any better weapons. I also equipped him with 2 X sigil materia, so 1 physical and 1 magic, and this barrier materia is just in case Matt will need help with debuffing physical defense. So, how will this battle go? My friend Moguls and my own collective brain cell thoughts of a similar strat for this battle. Early on, Rude will have his wind gauge phase where we'll have to deplete it, but also it is the safest moment in the entire battle. So instead of bringing any wind weapon or materia to deplete that gauge, my plan is to sit there very comfortably and fill my summon bars. Wind phase is safe, wind phase is comfort, and I like comfort, so I'm gonna sit there as long as I can and want. Yes, Elena resists ice, and I know it, but I'll be using Shiva to get rid of Reno. Mega Flare is for the other two bosses, especially Elena, and also this is how I beat Crash, and since it works, I won't be trying to do it in any harder way. Well, you know, if it's stupid but it works, it ain't stupid. And it works. Call it cheesing or whatever, it works, and it's the most genius thing my single remaining brain cell has come up with lately. I'm perfectly fine with that. So, unlike the X3 battle, instantly you'll have to go to defense. Remember that, because otherwise you have to retry again because you won't have enough time to recover from that. So now you can heal, and also we have to use that time to debuff, decrease physical attack of both bosses, because now we'll get hit by another attack. And as you just saw, there's not enough time to do multiple heals. It hits hard, but still, we're still good. And so I will target Reno for Cloud, but still there's another set of combo coming. It's Elena and Reno, and they are doing their attacks not at the same time. It'll be one followed by the other. So try to recover and put defense up, decrease their attack, whatever you can for your character to survive. Because now it's the flash strike, and both of them, they hurt. And now, yeah, unfortunately there's lag in Crash, both solo and co-op, but now it's the sigil phase, so you can do it either as fast as you can, or I thought I have enough time, so I will use that to recover Matt's health a little bit, but they got it covered, so I'm not swaying. And also here is another attack, Turks Bloodlust, so again, decrease their attack, buff your own physical defense, and you should be fine. But again, I'm gonna do Diamond Dust here before they attack me, because after this we'll get that Elena will get her defensive stance and we'll get the wind phase. So here again, we still have a lot of time and we should be good. I mistimed it. I thought, yes, it'll be very close, but I should be fine with the physical defense buff, but unfortunately it just ran out at the last second. But since we are now in the win phase, I will sit here for most of the battle because I want to get Shiva. And my plan is to get Shiva twice to do as much damage as I can on Reno, so I will just keep switching between defense and offense, so my DPS characters, they won't do enough damage to not kill it too fast. But yeah, this wind phase, this wind gauge, it's very safe, like the safest moment in the battle that you can prolong. The only limit that you have is 15-minute battle, otherwise you'll instantly lose. But for 10 minutes you can sit in this wind phase. I'll try to buff, at least nullify Cloud's attack as much as I can, because now he's ready for Shiva. And I know Mega Flare is also almost ready, but I will not use it because Mega Flare is too powerful. I don't want to kill the wind bar too fast. I want to use it to charge another Shiva, so that's why, even though yes, I will sit on Mega Flare to charge another Shiva. Because luckily Shiva doesn't take a lot of this wind bar. But yeah, basically that's why I'm juggling between defense and offense, and that's the only battle and any time in a battle that I don't care about my stance. Normally I always try to keep my stance at max to get most benefits, but here I'm doing the opposite, so I don't care if it gets depleted or not. I'm just trying to do as little DPS for Cloud to gain another Shiva. You're closing in, but also you can switch. I'm just using Cloud's weapon ability because it gives you... it builds up the summon gauge fastest, but normally if you want to do less DPS you can just keep switching and using Runra or Runra blows. But again, it just takes a little bit longer because using 3 ATB gives you a little bit less on the summon bar. And here we should be almost ready. And yeah, just one more time, and after this I'll try to get another Shiva, but I will not use it during this wind phase. I will use it together with Mega Flare after I have killed this wind phase. So now I don't have a lot of this wind bar left, so I might go to just using Runras. But yeah, I know. It might seem a little bit cheesy, but it's safe, and I like safe. So I don't mind sitting here for most of the battle, just, you know, to make it a little bit easier for myself. So we should be close to being ready with the wind bar, but I still have to build up a little bit more on Shiva. But also keep in mind, you can use this phase as long as you want, but you have to keep buffing your physical defense because Elena and Reno, they keep debuffing you and also debuffing your physical attack. So be mindful of that. So that's the last thing that I have, and we should be almost ready to cast Shiva. Alright. Oh no. I nullified the debuff as much as I could because I wanted to use Shiva, and then at this very second when I clicked, they debuffed Cloud's physical attack again. That's very unfortunate. But yeah, Mega Flare deletes everything, and that's why I didn't use Mega Flare previously. Because I didn't want to kill it too fast. That's wind phase, that bar, that gauge, it would have been deleted too fast if I used Mega Flare before I depleted it. And so I don't have to worry because this battle is still long, so I should get another Mega Flare ready anyway. So this is where we should get the sigil phase, I'm not sure. Yeah, counter style. So this is the first sigil phase, and it has a physical counter, so you have to use magic X sigils. We should be still fine. Yeah. Technically, if you use AoE, you could target Elena, but I don't think it's worth it because Elena is in defensive stance and you just tickle her basically. So it's better to take care of Rude, and only after you kill Rude you go back to Elena, because she'll switch stances only when she's the last one standing. But here Turks Pro, you know, debuff the attack of Elena and also buff your own physical defense, and I don't think it will kill him because Cloud is still debuffed. Yeah, but it's still a little bit of damage, so that's fine. Yeah, Cloud doesn't do a lot of damage. But yeah, also Rude has increased defenses. Not in a battle, just his natural defenses are a little bit higher. So here, Sigil Phase, just use 3 ATB. Matt will use it on his own, so we're good. So finally, Elena, and yes, her high potions, they are always annoying because she just goes back to full health or very close to it, but now she also switches stances and that's when we want to target her. But also keep in mind, when Elena switches stances, yes, you do a lot more damage to her, but she also does a lot of damage to you. Because now her defense is debuffed, but attack is buffed. So now when she's in this attack stance, ideally you always want to debuff her attack as much as you can. And now it's a cross combo. Be mindful of that, because it will hit hard, really hard. So actually I will use this Mega Flare because I don't think that AoE heal with physical buff would be enough, and I will just use Cura here to get Cloud to almost, he should be at full HP or very close to it. Yeah, it was close, I know, but I think that's safer. Yeah. So we're good. But I will have to decrease Elena's attack again. Because she also buffs additionally her own physical attack more and more. So you have to keep debuffing it. But I'm not sure. Yeah, I will use this to reset my ATB. And I think I'll risk it. Yeah, okay. That was a fine risk. Technically, I could have just debuffed the attack further again, but I thought she's so close to being dead that it should be just 2 more attacks and it should be over. So yeah, that's the entire Crash battle, and I have to say it's insanely tough, and I'm really glad. I tried it a few times, and it was mainly when I saw that win phase that already was in EX3. I thought, yeah, if it's the same here, then I can just sit here and wait for my summons and just use the summons, and then with this genius idea, I just had to do the timing right. For example, I tried Mega Flare during this win phase and it just took it down too fast, so that's why I prefer to sit on the Mega Flare and use it afterwards and just use Shiva a few times earlier. But yeah, it's a very tough battle. I didn't expect it to be so tough, but also I'm grateful it isn't impossible, at least. But yeah, I hope you found this guide helpful. I know it's a very tough battle. I also needed my team at full power. I needed to squeeze all the it was also more about everything, the physical defense, HP, and also, yes, of course, DPS also important, but you need to survive to be alive to do DPS. But I need to squeeze every bit of every stat that I could for this battle. So yeah, I hope you found this guide helpful, and thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next one.